Hi guys, welcome to the James Bond Show. I'm your host, Krazy Kajeevie, with no fears, limits or substitutes. And I've got my co-host back with me. Give me a high five. High five. Double O Skinny is here. Give me a high five. High five. No high five. High five. He actually can do a high five. It's really cute. And he gives Scooby shakes, don't you? Okay, guys, let's get into this. Come on, Scoobs, let's focus. So, guys, what are we doing? We are doing the 007 things you did not know about Goldfinger. And I guarantee you, you are not going to find these things in any other... Thanks for the lick, Scoob. You guys are not going to find these things in any other things you didn't know about Goldfinger video. Because everyone does the generic stuff. What I'm going to do with this series, from Dr. No right through to One Day No Time to Die, and I am going to include Never Say Never Again, is I'm not just doing the generic stuff. I'm finding some absolute nuggets for you in this knowledge vault of James Bond knowledge, and also going through commentaries, DVDs, articles, stories, books, etc. to find you some good ones. So, let's get into this. The number one thing you, Scooby, did not know about Goldfinger is Tanya Mallet, who played Tilly Masterson, the sister of Jill Masterson, and Jill Masterson was played by Shirley Eaton. Well, Tanya Mallet actually got very close to becoming Tatiana Romanova in From Russia with Love. She was shortlisted and one of the favourites, but of course she lost out to Daniela Bianchi, or as some say, Bianchi, who went on to play Tatiana Romanova. So that is the number one thing you did not know. I'm assuming you didn't know. Did they know, Sydney? No, they didn't know, did they? No. So that's number one thing. Number two thing you did not know about Goldfinger. Staying with Tanya Mallet on this, Tanya Mallet was very unhappy working on Goldfinger. She was only being paid £50 a week. Now, this was a multi-million-dollar film. Eon Productions, Harry and Cubby, called him happy. He was never really that happy until he was making the moolah. They were making millions of dollars from Dr. No From Russia Love, and then, of course, they made big millions on Goldfinger. But during the filming of Goldfinger, they only paid Tanya Mallet £50. She was unhappy. She protested about it, and she got that increased by £100 a week. So she ended up being paid £150 a week to be Goldfinger. Now, she was one of the very limited cast that actually got to travel, because most of the filming was done at Pinewood Studios. Even the stuff from Miami was shot on sound stages, etc. At Pinewood. So at least she got to travel. But when she got to travel, there was also conditions put on her when she was over in Switzerland that she wasn't allowed to travel off to places, to talk about the film. Basically, they really restricted her. Now, she disliked the experience so much, soon after she quit acting. So she actually quit acting and never really returned to it. So there you go, guys. That was the number two thing you did not know about Goldfinger. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? We're only up to number two. Number two, buddy. You gotta wake up. Come on, we're going to do number three. Okay, guys. So the number three thing you did not know about Goldfinger is this. Okay, the famous Stoke Poges golf scene where James Bond tricks Goldfinger and beats him because Goldfinger was cheating anyway. When, at the end of the scene where Oddjob is in the Rolls Royce and he's about to drive off and he's got the golf ball, and it's obviously a fake golf ball, a prop golf ball. Now, he crushed the golf ball, as you guys know in the film, as you guys all know from the film, and he throws it down. Sean Connery had a big issue with this. Why? Well, the reason is because he said to director Guy Hamilton, look, you know, I get it, I get who the character is and whatnot, but this is ridiculous. No man can crush a golf ball. And he didn't want it in the film. He thought that was going too far. And Guy Hamilton said, look, the whole point of Oddjob being able to crush that ball is to show the audience how strong he is, how tough he is, and we all know, the audience knows that you guys are going to have a confrontation towards the end of the film and there's going to be a big fight. So we've got to show this character as this scary, strong, crazy guy, and it makes it look better when you beat him later. So that's pretty much what Guy Hamilton said to Sean Connery. So Connery was like, okay, and of course it's now a legendary scene where he crushes a golf ball. So thank goodness Connery, sorry Sir Sean, thank goodness he didn't get his way. Rest in peace, Sean Connery, Sir Sean Connery. And Guy Hamilton won out on that one. Okay, guys, the number 4 thing. This is a really interesting one. The number 4 thing you did not know about Goldfinger. Okay. Goldfinger was going to be screened over in Israel, right? Now, Gert Frober, who played Goldfinger, was a German actor. He's gone to sleep, hasn't he? So Gert Frober was a German actor. A rumour came out, it's not exactly sure who started it, but it was put out and then leaked out through press that Gert Frober during World War II was actually a member of the Nazi Party and a Nazi Party sympathiser, which is a word I can't say too well, but I think I got it out all right. So he was apparently part of the Nazi Party. So Israel said, no way, Jose, we're not having a member of the Nazi Party showing this film in Israel. So they booted the film out. They kicked the film out. But then it came out that an actual... My cat's having a bit of fun here in the background. Oh, you're awake now, are you? So then it came out that a person that Gert Frober helped, Gert Frober, the truth was... The story was a lie, and the actual truth was Gert Frober was a hero and helped Jewish people during the war, kind of like Oskar Schindler. So a man came out who Gert Frober, thanks for that, who Gert Frober had helped. They say never work with children and animals. Sit down, sit down. And so he came out and he explained the whole situation, said no, he actually helped us, helped Jewish people, and the rest is history. Oh, and what did the Israelis do? They threw a big party. They premiered, well not premiered, but they screened Goldfinger, and it made millions of dollars in Israel. And suddenly Gert Frober was now a huge hero, and Israel loved him and loved Goldfinger. So there you go. That is a great story. I think that's a really good one. You got a wolf in my ear again? Give us a kiss. Give us a kiss. Ah, Licky Bear. Little Licky Bear. Okay, guys, so number 6 thing you did not know about Goldfinger. Okay, now, in my video, I hope you guys saw it, in the 007 things you did not know about From Russia with Love. One of the little tidbits I gave in there, the things you didn't know, was about Jackie Saltzman, the wife of Harry Saltzman, who would have a cameo. Now, Harry Saltzman went up to director Guy Hamilton and he said, well, what's Jackie's... He didn't know this tradition, because obviously she had one in Dr. No, but I'm not sure where it is. So Harry went up to Guy Hamilton and said, what's Jackie's cameo going to be? And Guy Hamilton didn't know about this tradition. And so Guy said, look, when Bond pulls into... Because Jackie was over in Switzerland. When Bond pulls into the petrol station, they're fixing up the tyres for Tilly's car, she could be a petrol attendant, right? So they put her in these overalls, etc., and she had this cameo scene as a petrol attendant. But if you watch the film, you're like, where is she, right? In the editing room, director Peter Hunt cut the scene out. He said it just didn't work. Basically, it didn't work, stopping the flow, not needed. He cut it out. And ironically, Goldfinger is one of the shortest James Bond films. Having a good yawn there? So... Harry didn't get his wife's cameo scene, Jackie didn't get it in there, and I think the tradition probably stopped after that one. Okay, so, number 7. This is the last one, guys. The number 7 thing you did not know about Goldfinger. We're back to Harold Sagata, because this is a great story. Guy Hamilton and this guy, Harold Sakata, became good buddies during the filming of Goldfinger. They became really good mates. And Guy Hamilton was very fond of Harold Sakata, just thought he was absolutely fantastic and a great bloke. Guy Hamilton and his wife, years later, went for a holiday to Hawaii, where Harold Sakata was from. So they were over in Hawaii, and they heard about Harold Sakata doing a wrestling show. Now, Harold had no idea that Guy and his wife was there. So it was all dark and everything, and and the lights are all on, as in on the stage thing. And Guy Hamilton sneaks in and he spots Harold Sakata. And he sneaks up behind him mid-production and he yells out, "Hey, you big Hawaiian poof." That is what he yelled out. So Harold Sakata's got no idea what's going on and who's behind him, and all he hears is, "Hey, you big Hawaiian poof." And Harold Sakata turns around to see Guy Hamilton standing there. And Harold Sakata's like, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing here?" And gave him a big hug and whatnot, and they caught up, and I just thought that was a great story. That was really cool, and it shows the great, non-politically correct sense of humour of Guy. You right there, buddy? Of Guy Hamilton. And so that is what happened. So guys, that is my 7 things you did not know about Goldfinger. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if I've got a pretty spot on there, if you guys have never heard of those things. Now, if you think there's something that I or other subscribers haven't known, did not know about Goldfinger, leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, guys, please make sure to subscribe, drop a like. Can't get my words out tonight. Share with your friends, and we will see you back for the next edition of 007 Things You Did Not Know About Thunderball. I think it's your bedtime, isn't it? It's a feeding time. Till next time, guys, keep on bonding and say hi to your mum for me. And don't laugh, because I'm wearing pyjamas. Come on, Skinny, let's get out of here. Subscribe, woof woof.